Hello and welcome to my channel all about stuff. My name is Rebecca and today I'm going to be showing you a waterproof phone case by Hiearcool. Most of the information that I talk about in this video I'm also going to be putting in the description, so if you want to check that out at the end, it would be great. Also, if you like my videos, please hit the subscribe button and you'll be seeing more of these. So I usually focus on handbags, fashion accessories, trinkets, pretty much anything I come across that I think might be useful to most people to know or to see. So in this case, I purchased these waterproof phone cases a few months ago in anticipation of a beach trip this summer. I didn't have one of these last summer, and at one point one of those annoying, high tides kind of came up and got our bags wet when we weren't looking. So my phone was not ruined. I didn't have my phone in my bag, luckily. But I feel really bad for the people that do have their phones get destroyed this way. So I purchased two of them, one for me and one for my husband. So I'm going to just do a quick little review with you on this case and then do a water experiment at the end. When you receive this case, they do recommend that you put tissue paper inside the case to test and see if any water is leaking. So I guess the last thing they want to do to check beforehand, especially when you're dealing with very expensive electronics. Okay, so I'm going to do that at the end. First, I'm going to talk a little bit about this. So it says here, not store this in a humid or damp environment. Do not use in water that's over 60 degrees Celsius or 140 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty hot, so I don't think I'm too worried about anyone doing that, putting it into, like, a half boiling pot of water. So actually that's 212 degrees, so, but anyway, you get my point. That's Celsius. Anyway, do not expose in fire or extreme or overheating environment. That's probably having to do something with the plastic material that it's made out of. No organic compound or essential oil in the bag at any time. Always wear with a lanyard while using the waterproof case. Please clean the waterproof case after each use, air dry only. The case in a safe place to avoid danger or suffocation. Keep the product away from babies or infants. If children under the age of 11, adult supervision required to prevent suffocation. So obviously they're worried about probably this lanyard being caught around a child's neck. So, okay, and let's see, the front says this is waterproof, touch friendly. You can take calls using this. It's snow proof, portable, and you can use it to take underwater photos and videos. So I'm going to go ahead and, well, actually first I'm going to show you how long the lanyard can get. And I already measured it earlier. It's about 12 inches from here to there on the shortest setting. Now, sometimes I like to wear things as a wristlet. That's just me. And then its longest setting, let me go ahead and do that. Its longest setting, obviously you can wear it as around your neck. The longest setting would be, and I looked at this earlier just to see out of curiosity. So if you put it down all the way, it's about 22 inches long. And I did that so I could see if I could wear it as a crossbody. I am able to do that. So 22-inch drop would be 44 inches long this way. So if you want to check to see if it would fit you like that, and if you have a flexible measuring tape, that would work in order to test that out and see if that length would be good enough for you. Otherwise, you can shorten it and easily wear it around your neck. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just shorten this again real quick. And then I'm going to take the lanyards off before I put the phones inside, just because I don't want the strings in the way while I'm testing to see if I can use the phone through the plastic. Okay, so I'm going to use my blue phone. I'm sorry, my blue case. I bought this one for myself and the black one for my husband. So I'll go ahead and pull it out. This little insert that it came with. So it just has a little bit of information on the back that I just read to you. Okay. So this is my old Samsung Galaxy phone. It's a pretty standard size cell phone. Let me go ahead and measure it for you. I'm going to go ahead and put in the sleeve just so you can see if your phone would be comparable in size. So this is almost 3 inches, if you can see that. And then the length It's a millimeter over 5.5, so close to 5.5 inches. So let me go ahead and see how this fits. And this phone is pretty clean. Okay, let me go ahead and slide it in. So I put this phone in without a case just because the sides aren't gusseted and it's very thin. So I'm not sure if you had like a heavy duty case, how well that would fit inside. So you just snap it closed like so. And this size fits pretty well. Looks like it go a little bit bigger if you had a larger phone. If you had a very large phone though, it might get a little hard to bend this to hit the dials on the side or the buttons on the side of the phone. So the phone I use is a mini iPhone. That's my new phone because this one finally died on me after probably a decade. So I had that one a long time. So with this iPhone, I'm using a really thin case, so I don't feel like I need to take the case off in order to put it into this waterproof case. Real quick, and I might throw a link for this too, I really like this case because it is so thin. I do not like carrying around anything bulky, and the thinner the better. Shockproof wise, it's okay. I've dropped my phone a few times and my phone was okay, but I'm not going to claim that it's shockproof and my phone will not break from using this case. So it's very thin. It's kind of like a rubbery type soft material. So basically I just pop it in the phone. Sorry, I'm getting a little distracted with my case. I just want to show it to you in case you weren't looking for a very thin case because you want to be able to fit a case into one of these. Let me grab the top of this. Here's my top. Oh, here it is. Okay. The top of the phone case looks like this. It's got a clip on the back and velvet. And you literally just clip it on like so. It easily detaches. And it also has this clip on the back. And real quick, I might fast forward this part. So this clip here has this little metal piece that can come up. So I kind of use it like this when I carry it instead of having a ring on the back. So this is versatile. Or you can use it to prop your phone up if you're looking at a video or taking a video. And it can also be turned sideways, or 360 degrees I should say, pretty much any angle. So you could attach it to your belt and it would go long ways or the other way. And then you can again open it up. So anyway, I just wanted to show that really quick. I really like this case. I would definitely buy another if given the chance. So very happy with that. Anyway, I'll throw a link in the bottom if any of you guys are in the shopping arena for a phone case, might want to look at it, guys. So anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and turn my phone off and then put it in the case. And I want to see how easy it is to turn the phone on using this case. Because of the sides, I think it's going to be a little tricky, but just curious to see. Okay. So let me clip it shut. Okay, so let me go ahead and try to hit the keys. Okay, so I was successful. I just kind of had to guess where the buttons were and push down. So you can turn off and on the phone if you really need to from the outside. A larger phone might be a little trickier, or maybe not. Might just be something you get used to. Like I said, unless you plan on using this all the time, I mean, you know, it's not that bad. Oh, my flashlight came on. Look at that. Let me turn that off. And you know what? It's funny. I just totally did that with ease. I was able to get to anything I needed with ease just to turn my flashlight off. So it's pretty nifty. Okay, so I can adjust the volume this way. I don't need to push the volume buttons on the side or anything like that. And let's test the camera out. So, okay. Okay, so I hit the camera button and there we are. So for people that are brave enough to take this underwater, it looks like it's good to go. I did read a review where one person did do that successfully with no issues. So But now for the ultimate water test. So let me open this up. I'm going to do a water test on both sleeves because obviously I want to make sure they both are definitely leak proof. Okay, so take the sleeve out of this one, and I'm not going to use some tissue paper. I have some cotton balls, so we'll see if the cotton balls are wet. Although, it might be, actually, you know what, I will use tissues. Let me grab a few of these tissues because it's probably easier to see if a tissue's wet rather than a cotton ball, right? I don't know. I just feel like it would be easier. So let me tear this one in half so I don't waste it. Okay, so let me put it in the black case first. I hope this one works. I hope it works because I don't want to have to shop for more of these. This was my first purchase. It did get really good reviews. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have bothered buying it to begin with. Okay, so that in there. So, something I just want to point out. I didn't show this in the video. So this doesn't have any type of rubber gasket along the edge. So just something to point out. It looks like this part here is pushed together by this clamp, and that is how it keeps the water out. So just something I just noticed. Okay, so let me close it up. Okay, water test time. I'm going to tilt this down so you can see what I'm doing, and let me move my electronics out of the way just in case anything gets wet. I don't want to ruin anything doing the test. That would be a little ironic, wouldn't it? Okay, so in the water with tissue paper. Just kind of moving around, shuffling around, trying to replicate the waves of the ocean. Just kind of pushing it upside down a little. Both of them ready to side up. Okay, flip them over. Okay, I'm gonna be thorough with these experiments, right? Okay, so let me grab a towel. Pull this up again. Okay, let me go ahead and dry off the outside because I don't want water from the outside to somehow leak in while I'm opening it up, if I can help it, because that would ruin the experiment. Okay, so that one's dried on the outside. Let me dry the other. Right off the bat, I can tell you the tissue paper looks dry in both of these. I do not see any signs that they got wet. See, there is some water getting caught in this plastic area up top though. Okay, so I kind of figured that would happen though. There's no seal on the plastic part up here, so that doesn't really surprise me. But now I'm thinking about it, we probably want to be careful opening it because of that. So just dry it really thoroughly. So if it did get wet at the beach, I wouldn't obviously just let the whole outside wet and just open it up. You know, if you do that, you might not be too happy when water runs inside of it by accident. It wouldn't soak your phone or anything, but you know, any water can be bad. So, okay, let me open it up. And yeah, a few little drops did get inside. Just this part, it's very minor. So this part looks like it did stop the water. This little, like I said, area where looks like when you clamp it shut, it's kind of prevents any water from getting in here. It's almost like a Ziploc type configuration, but not quite. There's no indentation. It's just smooth. Okay, so I'm going to be, if I had a phone in here, I would be drying this off just like so. I'd probably hold it like this too so it drips down and not into the bag. Okay, now let's pull out the tissue paper. Make sure my hands are completely dry before I pull it out. Okay, like I said, it looks, there's a little drop right there. This, well, I just wiped it, but it was right there. But I think that's because from this black part. Okay, so I'm gonna pull it out. I mean, looks fine to me. I would say this is leak proof. So I would say this did pass the test. But like I said, when you're opening it, or when I'm opening it, I will be, if it does get wet, I will be careful to hold it like so and just dry it. So honestly, I've had a little water spill on my phone in the past and I just wiped it off. So my phone is in a case, so it stays pretty dry anyway. So let's test the other one. Okay, I dried the outside thoroughly, so let me flip it open. I don't want this to take too long, so yep. So there are some drips right there, and if you can see it, there's just, it's a little bit of water coming off in the inside. There's some drips there. The drips stop at that clamp area. So to me, it does not look like it got inside at all. So let me dry off this part, which is what I would do if I had a phone in here. Okay, so let me put the tissue paper. Tissue paper is dry. So when it was submerged in here, this would have easily filled with water if it was not leak proof. So, okay, that drops from the outside. I'm just checking because I saw some drops on it. So this part right here that doesn't have any kind of gasket or anything, that's the part that could accumulate a little tiny bit of water. It wasn't that bad. Honestly, I would not expect it to damage my phone, but I can't promise that for other people that would use it. So I'm pretty happy with it. You know, if it works really well, if we do somehow get our phones wet, I will put it in the comment section how well my phone survived in these bags. So, but so far so good, at least with the initial experiment. So if you do get one of these, don't forget to do the tissue test, just to make sure. Okay, and if you have any questions or comments about this video, please leave them below. Maybe there's something that you'd like to see in my videos that maybe I already own and I can show you. So like I said, I bought these several months ago. I'm just getting around to finally looking at them. I also purchased a beach cart, which I had been meaning to do for a couple years. I purchased one last year, but it literally never showed up. So we didn't have one, and I get fatigued very easily, so I really need a beach cart, because I mean, even for the average person, lugging that stuff across the sand, toys, and you know, all the crap you take to the beach, it can be really, really exhausting. And when you already have issues with fatigue, you don't need that. You want it to be as easy as possible. So I'm not sure if I want to do a review on that cart yet. I really, really like it. It was not the cheapest one. It got really good reviews. So I'm going to take it to the beach and see how well it handles over the sand, how well it handles on the road, you know, transporting it from the road to the sand, because I know I've seen some with reviews where the wheels bust up, they don't hold, the thing just doesn't hold weight, it rusts quickly. So this one I did pay a little extra for, but sometimes you get what you pay for. So lesson be learned, right? Not always, but sometimes. So I'm going to test that out at the beach and make a video on it probably when I come back. Anyway, getting completely sidetracked. So thank you again for watching my video. Like I said, if you want more information, just check out the description below. And questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. Thanks and have a good day. Bye.